downtime activities, and welcome to the Devils of the West. When last we left, Grimes, Deep Fingers, Garcia, I'm calling you out. You hear echoing from the main street.
I'm gonna look out the window. Who do I see?
Some punk kid you don't recognize. Looks like he's probably in like mid-teens. He's got a gun belt on.
You shot my gun belt. I have no idea who he is.
We know who he
Do
is.
the Rangers want to do something about this?
They seem to be like turning and looking toward. They're not like drawing on the.
I'll just draw.
So what's he done now?
You shot
His name's TJ. Thomas Jr. McGraw. And you killed my paw. I'll have your head, Deep Fingers.
I'm Junior McGraw. You killed my father.
Tom McGraw, was Tim McGraw's brother, Tom McGraw, the sheriff of a sleepy little town called Last Roos, Colorado. And Thomas Jr. McGraw seems to be TJ McGraw, his son.
He was gonna arrest us. I'm sorry.
Young man, take it from me. Don't bother with foolish young boys. Listen. Are you telling this to TJ or
Subtle jab.
don't even bother?
First of all, how dare you? Secondly, I can't do nothing about it now. I can't go out there and... What am I supposed to do? Spank him? I'm not his fine.
You're right. You're not his paw. This doesn't work like the Elder one, where you kill his paw and you become his paw now.
This is like my exact conversation with Fox earlier, which is Grimes a good person? No. Has he done horrible, terrible things?
I'm not gonna shoot a boy. He's just a boy. He's got his whole life ahead of him. I'm not gonna swerve him on the path of whatever. We got business to take care of. I'm just gonna yell to go away.
Go away. I ain't going nowheres till you come out here and justice is done upon you.
Is that gun even loaded?
Yeah. He pulls the gun out. You see him like check this.
Oh, I thought for sure it was going to demonstrate it. We could be like, there would be like, that's disturbing the peace.
Is Professor
He takes
in
it
the
out and he
building?
looks at it. He's saying it just as you're watching through the window.
What do you want Professor to do?
I want you to shoot him with that one rope thing. Can you just tie him up so we can
trap him.
Yeah, just trap him. I don't know.
I look at Fox and be like, can I please entangle that young boy so that way we can get on with this?
Look, the way I look at it, this is a challenge for a duel. That ain't illegal. If both parties are willingly abiding. I don't really want you to shoot a boy on that front step. Doesn't do well to start the whole let's rally together
This
conversation.
is Grimes. He's on work release. He's going to work real hard to make up for his past.
So, but that being said, boy's not breaking any laws. Rangers are sticking out of it.
Well, Grimes, you have two options. You either go and deal with this, or entangle him, and then this just looks even worse than what this is.
You don't clear this up one way or another, I reckon not much of a threat, but you'll be looking over your shoulder.
You
Boy,
can tell me what
seems
your buried treasure is.
to mean business.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk outside. Nah.
You don't look like what they said in the wanted poster.
Cause I'm not him.
Kinda old.
I'm not him. I'm not the one who shot your damn pop.
Well, then get out the way. There's fixing to be a shooting here. A regular duel.
I can't.
At sunset.
Isn't it already sunset?
Yeah, that's
Make sure you
I
have
guess
your
I'm
back
gonna
to
step
Make sure
out.
you have your back to the sun, otherwise you'll be looking into the sun.
I'll get to pick the side for the duel. Grimes. Now get out here, you yellow.
Hey, listen. How much is it gonna take for you to just walk away?
Justice.
I don't want.
Well, we can't.
I don't want for me to kill
I can't give you justice because we need Grimes right now. You could get your justice later.
I'll step out.
Okay.
Young man.
Vampire.
I was gonna do it.
Young man, you ain't winning this fight.
You don't You're supposed to be handsome.
I'm not him. I'm really offended that
What?
he's...
Okay, I say I'm not him, and I look over towards Grimes and I say, foolish boy.
Oh my god, now I know. I now understand.
You got a bunch of old men doing your fighting for you now.
Alright, that's it. I'm tangling him.
No, I'm gonna. Professor, wait.
Grimes gotta handle his own business.
I'm gonna step out.
Okay. You must be Deep Fingers.
It's short fingers.
This kid's
Post your shit,
adorable.
Deep
I kind of like this kid too, to be honest.
I'm gonna kidnap him a little bit.
I am your paw now.
Oh, yeah, buddy, you're gonna be an outlaw.
The name's GJ now. Grimes Jr.
James Jr. McGraw.
We fixing to do this or what?
GJG.
First thing I want to ask you, when you call me out, it's gonna lead you down a path that you're not gonna like. You're gonna grow up and hate yourself for the rest of your life.
Grimes gonna shoot him in the dick.
I'm gonna call you Dickless McGraw.
Take it from me, I didn't want to shoot your pa. He was. We were doing. Shut up! I'm trying to make this kid feel better because I'm an asshole.
I want to do that. This is actually Grimes just yelling at the front porch of the ranger station. We're all out on the front porch. It's like a beer gallery. Yeah.
I'm an asshole. I know it.
I don't want this kid to be an asshole. Poor GJ or TJ or whatever his name is. Having to deal with my ass and my consequences and lives I ruined. But take it from me, son. I do apologize for that. Absolutely. Look, we've been dealing with some crazy stuff and I just react. It's just my nature. But
She shot people in the dick before.
it's a he, sir. I know I'm beautiful. It's
Oh.
okay.
Bogus just do something.
If you call me out today and you draw your gun and you shoot a man, you choose where your life is going. And where your life is going is straight to the eyes of the devil.
Straight to hell.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion.
This
He
is-
does not want to fuck you.
This is.
That's what you have to this morning.
That's made me kill my paw, but I'm strangely attracted to you.
He's kind of got dreamy eyes.
Also, I want to say that is like.
Be
I
all
want to
good.
say Grimes' speech is the worst guidance counselor pep talk I've ever heard.
You shoot me, you're gonna shit down.
Yeah, I killed your paw and I'm awful sore about it too. You shoot me, you're going to hell. She said that much more.
If he shoots me,
It was the literal worst speech I've ever heard.
I think you know.
No, you got there. It's Grimes trying to show.
I don't want this kid to turn out like me. I'm a shithead.
You're a shithead
It
before all
doesn't make you a
this.
good person to shoot.
Like,
Well, I didn't have no path
compared
in
to
life.
me, how old is this kid?
He's younger than you.
Oh, okay.
He's
Oh,
like,
fuck.
you think, like, he's either big for someone in his early teens or small for someone in his late teens, or like he's probably, you would guess, in the 13 to 16 range.
Okay, so he's not too much younger than me.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably smaller than him.
He's not a particularly imposing fellow, but
I'm gonna spend it. I'm gonna spend a beanie on that.
Skinny and beanie.
spinning the minute.
Beanie and skinny.
4 plus. Do I get the plus 4?
No.
No, you
Does
don't.
not want to.
I guess you don't. You don't want. Yeah, it's
It's a
4. 4.
4. Okay. You can see a little quiver to his lip. But he's doing that thing where like somebody's crying but trying not to cry, but like everyone realizes they're starting to cry.
I'm sorry. I took a person out of your life, and I understand how that feels. That was from the bottom of my heart. I'm really sorry, but we're dealing with things, and I see things because I went down this path too. I chased people. I destroyed lives, and I'm still paying for it for this day. But you don't have to do that.
Look, kid, as someone who's spent a long time at this point trying to avenge your paw, I completely understand, but it just burns you up inside.
I gotta.
Son, where's your mom?
Well,
She back at home?
she's probably worried sick.
She's probably.
She probably
Grimes,
works.
get him some train fare.
You should probably.
Mohan says, looking at his empty wallet.
All my money goes to my wife.
Well, apparently now
Now it
at
does
this
it.
point, money to money. All your money goes to Captain Fox. You give Captain Fox a lot more money than you giving your wife.
You're Captain Fox's wife.
Carol Fox is your wife?
Yeah, Captain Fox is his wife because all his money goes to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a cool playing card that has like a bull in it or something for me fucking around at some point and be like, here you go, kid. You know, don't waste your life. And then I'm just gonna go get him a ticket or whatever. Maybe get him a cookie or something.
Here's some candy.
There's a cookie stand at the train station. He's gonna kind of like begrudgingly walk with you all to the train station, and like the entire time, like it's like he's trying to muster up, like he mustered up all the courage in his little heart to say everything he said so far, and he's just like struggling to find words now. And getting there, like you hand him the card, you buy it. It'll be a total of $2.25 to get the ticket and a cookie for the boy.
Okay.
And he's kind of like gonna take the card and look at it and like. And then like get the cookie, like I don't want no cookie. And he kind of like looks up at the train getting ready to leave.
I'm gonna kneel down and be like, son, if you ever need anything, please give me a call. I
Give you a call.
Yeah, I mean, as sure as possible.
Come find me. I'll help you.
They probably got phones.
Yeah, I mean, send me. I'm gonna give him my address so he can send me a letter or something.
Okay.
My
Your
mom's
your
house.
address
Is that
about
what
your
my-
address about to be the state penitentiary or a grave.
I don't think we can something
Your
about
mom got a house. You can give that address. You can get the letter to you somehow.
it.
Come on.
If you need anything, just send me a letter.
Oh my god! I just realized Grimes is actually rich, but he left all of his money back in Raskin.
Yeah, no, I'm wealthy. I got gold in between.
He's gonna kind of like eye you up and down. Be like, well, justice will find you, bro.
Yeah.
Trust me, there's worse things than justice that are waiting for me on the other side, and I've seen them.
Trust me, kid, I'm going straight to hell.
Canine hepatitis.
Leave that behind. Where kind
These
of
old fellers is strange.
They're pretty crazy. They're pretty crazy. But we live a crazy life? Crazy. Y'all fuckers are crazy.
I mean, it has been a crazy life. You died.
I know I died. Shut up. Shut up. Don't listen to... He's
I reckon I don't want to see you the other side if it's that side of the other side.
It is the other side, and if you would have shot me today, you would have gone through that path.
Well, maybe I ought to find a better path than revenge.
Try farming.
Poor ranching. Good honest work, really.
Or you could be a storekeeper.
Maybe I'll be a ranger.
Ranger is pretty fun.
Walking up to a guy, be like, Ranger, you're gonna need to take this, and just like dig it through the guy's pocket.
I believe that you just sold
ranger
a
is pretty
cookie to a
fun.
criminal. This is evidence. And the boy's gonna kind of glance you on and be like, I don't forgive you, but I might find a way to someday.
That's okay. Take care. I'm gonna walk away with Spanky.
He's gonna kind of take his hat and nod it and turn and kind of straighten his suspenders a little bit, pull up the belt that's too big for him, tighten it a little bit. Clearly, the belt looks a little familiar, like it was probably his paws. And he slowly walks up into the train. And as I kind of glance over your shoulder at him, you can see him sitting in the seat and kind of looking down. He has like a very serious, like pensive look on his face. You see him kind of like hold up the card, tuck it into the side of his hat,
You just made a future main character.
It's true.
hold up a cookie, takes a bite of it.
What kind of cookie did you want?
It was a chocolate chip.
Sure.
Chocolate chip. No, a snickerdoodle. It was a snickerdoodle.
Oh,
He takes
yes.
a bite of the snickerdoodle, and Train pulls off out of the snickerdoodle. There you go.
Good luck, fella.
All right.
Well,
that's
that's probably
taken.
the best thing we've ever done.
That's taken care of.
Certainly, that's the last time we hear that feller. I tell you.
Potter, show me your machine.
I say, Grimes, say, what I might have wise of you there, Grimes.
I wasn't gonna shoot a kid. I'm already going to hell.
Now, you ain't going to hell yet till you in the grave. There's always absolution of the same.
Got one hand already in it.
Still absolution.
Yeah, so I have. Well,
Just come on, let's go.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Alright,
All right,
Egghead's got something.
All right, we'll see you guys. Follow
He goes to show you that this apparatus looks like it could like strap on to. It looks like he tried to make something that would move a body for it, and he has like a radio signal thing with some like different levers and stuff he can switch. And
Can I
see
use,
it kind of sends a signal and causes the thing to move. It is clunky and non-functional, but it's the start of something.
Can I use like a weird science or a science to like see if there's any critiques or tweaks I can
Sure.
make to it?
Roll.
Oh, you can critique him.
Are we all looking at this thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
You see like him like, I do this, and the arm kind of goes, like sputters a second and pops up really hard, and then
We
rests
got some
back down.
rock'em
Say,
sock'em robots, boys.
I'm so
That's a
proud of
six
Pop
weird.
now.
That's a six
Oh,
weird
that's
science.
great.
I'm donating the another signed copy of the
I'll take
Book of
Shooter to
Prodigiosis
this robot
to
here.
the-
I believe that. How long does that bring up? I believe that brings
Drinks
up
blood.
to
5.
that you own, but you have
Do you get drunk off of
one
drunk
signed and one unsigned in the specifically in
Like,
your museum. So it's
in-
two times signed.
What was that show? What did we do in the shadows when they drink the blood of some people and the
I'll make
people
sure
are on
Potter
drugs and
knows
now they're
that
wizards?
this one,
Now my
if they're on
wizard.
display, this one is technically Hodge's copy.
I could try some.
Not, or,
I mean-
or is it technically Dr. King?
It's all alcohol.
Hodges.
Excuse you.
Hodges is Kanker. Kanker is Hodges. Hodges is a monster.
Anything else?
And he has a Metal Gear.
Dr. Hodges and Mr. Kanker.
Dr. Kanker and Mr. Hodges.
Anything else? I need
Mr.
to
Domolino, Mr.
donate?
Bob Domolino.
How's he was doing
With the 6 weird science, you have plenty of critiques. From the last time you saw him working on something like this, he's made leaps and bounds, clearly, and he seems to be acting on the notes and the advice you gave him. You think it would take a lot more work and a lot more refinement to make something more practical?
I remember because I have Hodges' journal. Did that have anything about that mech we fought?
It did not.
Damn. I wonder if I guess this might be another like weird science rule, based off of that mech movements with their I don't have the books. Like, would I be able to just be like, okay, so it moved like this, so maybe we have to. Maybe I'm trying to. I don't know. Never mind.
I mean, you saw how it moved and stuff. You have some rough ideas, but you don't have like notes to go off of. It'd be more you coming up with your own thing.
Yeah.
It's certainly something you could try and do. It's not something you could do in a week.
Yeah.
But in the future, something trying to recreate Metal Gear, you know that kind of the piston structure, how the legs work, seem to be kind of some of it steam powered to send the energy through. You have the base works to have an idea of how it works.
Well, Potter, this is good work. Oh, so by the way, did you finish what I asked you to work on?
What'd you ask me to work on?
Nah, I guess not. Never mind.
Well, the notes were. I thought this was what I was supposed to do.
You're just gaslighting this point.
Well, no, because I wanted something very specific, and I told him, but I guess I didn't convey it well enough. So don't.
He seems to.
But never mind.
Go ahead and give me a notice.
He's getting very anxious. You're gaslighting this boy.
3.
You can't tell. You're not confident in this, but you swear. You're pretty sure you saw his eye twitch. Just.
No. You've driven the poor boy mad.
Mad science.
Mad science. I mean, he's gotta be mad enough to try and build a mech.
Sure.
So, well, Potter, keep up the good work.
Potter was a promising young
Thank you.
academia.
Well, he's academia,
Until he
alright.
went bogus. Then he became an
He smoked one marijuana cigarette, and now he's a mad scientist. Don't let your kids smoke marijuana cigarettes.
Or they too will become mad scientists.
I can become a mad scientist if I smoke marijuana. Nice.
I wonder if any of our viewers are high as balls right now.
Hello, I'm Wilford.
If you are,
I'm
leave a
Wilford.
comment saying, I'm high as balls right now.
Hello,
And I'm a mad scientist.
I'm Wilford Brimley, and I smoke marijuana. And I'm a mad scientist.
I guess I'll just keep working on my.
I'll help Potter with the mech while we're waiting around.
Okay.
You keep working on my monster. The sequel to our monster hunting book.
A letter is dropped off later that day.
Oh.
A letter signed from Raven
Oh.
saying that I've heard you're back in town.
Yeah, whole town couldn't really miss the fact that we
It's
were.
hard to not know that you're back in town. I've heard you're back in town. I've heard you've got stories to tell. I think I may have information you want.
Alright. That's all the invitation I need.
So here's sort of the technical question, because I know because I've got the human skin spellbook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I know that Potter made a copy of it. Would there be any functional difference if I was to use? Is there inherent magic in the spellbook, or would the copy do fine?
The copy would do fine.
Okay. Then I am going to trade out for Potter's copy of the spellbook
Okay.
and leave the original at the museum. Partially just because
Probably for the
carrying
best.
around a book
Made out of
made
whiskey.
out of human skin.
Oh yeah. It's got stitches on it. It looks like it's something that came out of Jeepers Creepers.
There's a mole.
I
And
swear
a
that's
belly
not
button.
That has an irregular order.
belly buttons.
And it's raised. They should have gotten that looked at.
Well, they got it looked at alright.
Doctor, can you tell me anything about this mole? Yes, I think this would all do just fine.
What?
Bites is looking at me.
Yeah, I guess we're anybody that wants to come with me to Ravens.
I think there's. Again, I don't really trust the Eyes of Providence. I don't think it's a bad idea if multiple of us go. So I'll
Sure.
tag along. I'm not going to be a ton of help, but I'll tag along. Mostly of just.
I'll probably stay and continue to help.
Mostly if you flick me in the nose too hard, I'd go.
Hey, worst case scenario, Potter and I can take our mech on a test drive.
I think you're a couple of years away from a good test run. I do like the
Strap it
idea.
to somebody and see if it forces them to move.
I do like the
Well,
idea.
Bogus he is a self guinea pig, so he'd put himself in it.
I mean, you have a hard time resisting it if he sends the signal. It's delayed and not super practical, but it forces your arm to swing up.
I do like the idea that Raven's behind the door with a sheriff brick. He's
Yes, go ahead. Come speak to me.
Sheriff brick.
The sheriff brick finally comes in.
I'm outside
Except
trying
I
to
walk
shoot
in
squirrels.
first. Right. He just nails me with the sheriff brick.
Who hasn't been bricked yet?
I haven't.
Me.
Well, you got hammered.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Most episodes of this season.
You got hammered, then you got hammered.
I got him.
and then he got hammered.
I got him.
Well, he didn't ever get hammered. Not by her, at least.
No, the one woman that got
There's
away.
so many. There's so
One
many.
that got away.
It really shows how English is such a beautiful language. You just put emphasis on
They say
it.
English isn't a pretty language. Isn't a romance language.
Rolls off the tongue smooth like.
I got hammered and thought I'd get hammered, but instead I got hammered.
Oh, I grabbed Steve.
Yeah, I'll tag along.
Alright.
At the very least.
Is everybody besides the professor going?
Yeah.
Sound like it.
That's fine. The professor can show up to rescue us in his new place.
When it goes wrong.
Terribly wrong.
Going up the door, knocking, answered by the typical imposing, bald, anemic fellow who will walk you back to his study.
No, it's for
German
too.
accent though.
No German
He's
accent.
just really good at covering.
That would be a heck of a twist. Gladstone.
I'm
was here
sick
the
of
whole
working
time.
with Raven, so I'm
I would not be at all surprised if Gladstone turns out to be somebody we interact.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, we'll go talk to Raven.
Okay. Walking up into the building, into the Eyes of Providence, or into Raven at least is humble abode and into the not so humble into the foyer. It has a foyer. It's not a humble abode. You see him sitting there. Looks to be himself. Regular. Says, "Hello."
Well, we've been on a bit of an adventure. I'll have a seat.
Seems like it. I've heard some tale of it. Not all. Something about some time in London.
Oh yes. They had Metal Gear.
And heard, just bits and pieces of some sort of plot you're unraveling.
There's been a mass kidnapping down at Halter's Parish.
Don't let me notice. You're looking him in the eyes when you talk.
Alright, finding notice. Sorry, checking.
Don't know that the Osborns are well connected, but
That's in 11.
how exactly do they know that we've been to London and back?
And he...
No, we told them.
Yeah. We sent a telegram.
We sent a telegram.
We stopped sending telegrams a long time.
No, we sent a telegram before we went to London. But we didn't send one when we got back.
Did tell people when we came back.
Well,
We didn't send a
Looking
telegram
at
to
him,
Sure we didn't.
No, we did. I remember we did because I paid for it.
Plot, he is looking at you like he has to some level, like he's intently listening, but it doesn't seem like you're telling him anything he doesn't already know.
So he knows.
So what do you know about it?
Just what you've shared around.
Can I make a notice on that?
Yeah, go for it. Other people can that are there if you'd like.
That's a fiver.
One, because I'm injured.
Damn it, that's a 2. I didn't notice shit. I was staring at my nose.
You guys can't get a read on him at all.
Even with a niner?
Even with a 9.
Damn.
What if I once I was some sort of vampire mind meld?
You think that both of you would like to drink blood? Damn.
Speaking of, where's that one guy? If he can spare a little bit.
Alright.
He's gonna say, with what you're saying, I think that I have a lead that'll point you in quite the right direction.
Alright.
But I want something in return.
Okay.
And I don't know from our previous conversations
Oh no!
how likely you are to agree to it.
He wants the sword. You want the sword.
Well, yes, I want the sword. I understand that what you're dealing with here might be useful to have it. Not wish to pull it out of your hands right now. And the deal I intend to offer, with your kind of eyes you up and down, nature, may never come about. Simply want to be willed it upon your death. Contract, very binding.
Sounds like a bad idea.
This sounds like a very bad idea from what we know about the sword.
If you're willing to sign that over upon your death, one where you stay down, of course. I think I could point you right where you need to go.
The higher number is for the greater good, and a lower number is towards the greater good. If it's a high number, then I plan on saying that it's worth it to save this town full of people.
If it's a lower number,
If it's a lower number,
it.
it's not worth it to turn this over to the forces of evil. Or, I mean, maybe not directly evil, but certainly morally gray.
Evil.
It's on the lower side, so based on
Lower, right?
yeah, it's unfortunately it's a very middling roll, so it didn't really help me all that much. But it helps direct me to where I'm like, I feel like if it was really high, I'd be like Mohan would put aside his his misgivings, but I think at this point he's just been around too much weird shit, and he's like, I can't contribute to something that I know for a fact can be used for great evil. Like, this has to stay with me for as long as I can hold it, and he'll they'll have to somebody would have to pry it from my cold dead hands, and that's if I don't drop it to the bottom of the ocean before I die.
Or
Like-
if a werewolf Irish priest doesn't get a very strangely shaped parcel.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like there are hands that I would have hold on to this after my death, but Raven, it's not yours.
It's your decision to make, and certainly not going to force your hand. All I can do is offer the deal.
I think just by the mere fact that you would withhold information about this kidnapping, I wouldn't give it to you.
He kind of smirks.
Like,
He kind of smirks and he says, upstanding opinion. Been around a long time. I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've seen a lot of plots succeed and fail. I wouldn't mind to see this one fail, and in time I'm sure it will. There'll be some collateral, but collateral always happens. I'm pretty sure I can give you the location that this is happening in, but understand if your moral compass points another direction.
I think in this case, Raven, it has to.
Very well.
Then you die.
And like, he doesn't seem to be gesturing to attack towards you. He seems like
That's just how it's gonna have to be.
he's maybe not a good person. Clearly not. Maybe. Clearly not a good person.
Nope, that's I mean that's just the eyes of Providence that we like. That's the MO, right? Is we know better, we're gonna do what we want, and if you don't like it, then get shit on.
We'll wait 50 years for you to die.
Exactly. Alright, well,
Well, sooner or later, Reaper comes for everybody.
it's true.
No matter how long you extend your clock.
Really, at this point, we're just waiting for Scratch to show up and give us the freaking tuna fish can or where to go.
No.
It's in Hawaii.
Where the hell is Hawaii?
Devils of the West.
I might have to.
Aloha, Devils of the West.
Aloha and welcome to the Devils of the West.
We can't do another beach episode. We've already made that joke.
Aloha, spooky.
Like a gothic horror Hawaiian campaign.
I just had.
If you
That'd be
knew
fucking
enough
rad.
about like Hawaiian
Like
like
culture and
folklore and
folklore.
mythology to like do that, that could be really
That could be sick.
It makes me
Anyway,
think of Spooky Island.
Square. I just had the worst thought that I just need to like give the sword to Gideon and have him like ride off into the sunset with it.
The world would probably be a less evil place
Yeah,
if you did.
But what if
Because
you gave
Gideon would be killing a whole lot of evil if you did that.
What if you gave it to me? I was a vampire, holy avenger.
Holy vampire.
Holy vampire.
down too long in the midnight sea.
Yeah,
I'm only allowed to kill anybody with that sword.
that's true. No, I killed a giant robot with it.
No, you did not kill the giant robot. You killed the giant man that was in the
Killed
robot.
an angel with that angel sword.
I'm the only one who should kill an angel with the angel sword.
Listen, I don't know what was up with
Why?
that
It's
angel.
because
He
you
was
go to
freaking.
church.
Statistically speaking, you only know of one vampire who's killed an angel, and you're more likely to give the sword to him. Just know that.
I would, it's also one of those things where it's like if he hadn't been after, like, Hyena's kind of a bro. We're like, we talked to Hyena, we're like, we like this guy, partially just because he's telling us not to trust any of the other eyes.
He did save my life.
Maybe, looking back on it, we probably should have just, if he hadn't gone after Hyena next, we probably should have just let the Holy Avenger do his work.
It's true. Yeah, it's definitely the rough issue of this is like a very powerful weapon, and I'm very nervous about where it's gonna end up or how I should get rid of it in a good manner.
I definitely agree giving it to Raven is not a good decision.
I'm gonna send a telegram to Jackal.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
You mean Hyena.
Hyena, sorry, Jackal, sorry.
Jackal's the one where I'm a doctor there.
Hyena, and
That's actually Lizard.
Oh, is it lizard?
Jackal is a 2/2 attack-off who can scan the steps to king enemies on the map.
You could just say he's an operative with a foot fetish.
It gets spanned.
It gets banned every
almost
time,
match.
at least on console replay. Anyway,
and I want to ask him how I can properly dispose of this sword.
okay.
Like, if his lore has anything to say about it. And I'm gonna borrow that money from Grimes for the telegram because I don't got money.
No, we have the bank
Why
account
not
here,
just your
and I'm pretty sure it's
fucking
built. It's,
Nope.
No, you
Were you
must
not
have.
paying
You
attention?
must have.
That's
oh yeah, that's
part
right.
That was claimed. It's in the evidence locker.
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah,
evidence.
that's
How much
right.
for a telegram?
How much? Well, it depends on how many words are on.
How what you want to say?
Was it 5 cents a word? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think that's what I
5 cents a
said.
word.
Jackal. No,
Hyena.
Hyena. Scratch. Hyena. How do I safely dispose of the sword? Mohan. 50 cents.
Okay. Whoever's pitching it in. Makes math even, let me know.
If it makes the math even.
That's fair game.
Naturally.
That's fair
But
game.
if you offer your money up to make your math even,
Yes.
I'm adding
If-
no wound
If
to
I
the
give
box.
a weird amount of money as a tip just to try and make my math easy, then
Well, now that you say it, I'm just kidding.
I start adding words.
Telegrams, that's how we balance it.
We've got him. We've got him, boys.
Hyena, my friend, good pal, guy I know well. Trying to hit the word requirement on my essay. We are interested in understanding the process in which one might be able to, in theory, go about the process of removing this sword from existence permanently, entirely.
removing and or disposing of
We are
holy
there
sword
with
entirely.
Okay.
That's so much.
Your friends.
Yep, that's what I said. Because my ideas for it might not do it. It's like I can send it to our good priest friend overseas.
We can
But that's a
call-
long time that it's not in any kind of controllable hands, right?
Well,
it's
you
just
can
like
also
on a
just
ship
hand
going
deliver
somewhere.
it to him.
Right.
And deliver
well,
it to him, give him back to the angels. I don't fucking know.
that's
well, if the angels want to show up and take it back, then that's
they're welcome to it. My other thought was just get on a boat,
Would Kitty
tie a
sprout
rock to it, and
wings and
jump it
fly
in the
up?
I don't think
ocean.
you need to tie a rock to it. It's a sword.
Well, you want to be extra sure.
Does Gideon have wings? Like little wings on his hooves
No.
or something? No?
That'd be
Not that
weird.
kind of holy
It looks
adventure
like a
sword.
normal horse, just not at all. You know?
And then the third option was I give it to Gideon and go, you gotta take this back where it came from, bud.
Or some help.
He let his hoof go on fire and he like
Yeah, that's. Listen, I wouldn't put it past him. That was my thought. As I'm like, well, maybe he can just,
Jeffress has like a ring or a coin or something with like ravens insignia on it, right?
Well, I don't know if he has that or not. Raven wears a ring.
Right. But I thought you were given.
I have coin.
You have. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have
You have
the
Oh,
a ring.
yeah, I think it's like an Eyes of Providence
Right.
symbol, just so you could show the other members.
Well, when we get back to the HQ, I'm gonna run it through my decursing ritual anyway.
Okay.
I know that Raven's got eyes everywhere, but I don't want him to have something just on us listening. That's-
and two, you
Why don't
better
you
watch
just
your
go and roll me
back,
a witchcraft?
bud. He might kill you and just take the sword.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I want
Yeah.
to plan.
An occult.
An occult.
Or a-
He will
Because
kill
while
you.
it is a sick ass
We'll do a
sword,
roll.
I do need to pass it off somehow. Because
6.
Okay. You don't always. You kind of just do this usually, and just to make sure things are safe. You feel. It's like when you're next to something that makes white noise for a long time, and then you turn it off and you realize how loud it's been,
Right.
but with the sensation of somebody watching you. As you decurse that coin, you feel the presence of eyes on you that you didn't feel that were there lift off of you.
that rat son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He does have eyes everywhere.
Right.
Etched on coins.
Etched on coins. What else we gotta worry about?
Well, at least that explains how he knew so much.
Again,
about our
we
situation.
sent him a telegram about us going to London.
Right, but I mean, no, this is like literally like.
Oh, everything else, yeah.
Yeah, was like.
Well, he's not surprised.
No, he knew more than he should have anyway.
I'm starting to think he doesn't know where Dr. Gladstone is.
No, he probably does.
He's probably got an idea of where to look anyway. But
We just gotta rely on the range. We made our bet.
side.
Maybe we
Yeah.
could sneak into his.
We
place
talked
and
about this
steal
before.
I
we
had
even-
that thought, but I don't know if he would have it written down anywhere.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, there's a chance
Why?
he's got like a letter or a telegram or something that has some.
Dear good
What
friend
day is it?
Raven from Dr. Gladstone.
Is it Sunday?
That's Sunday.
I'm gonna try to go to church.
This late?
Which one?
The
The little one, or the bigger one that has your guys' friend Brother Benji?
I don't think Brother Benji will allow him in the big one.
The small one.
The small one.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a spirit.
I'll go as well and sit back close to the door like crazy.
Anyone else going to church with them?
We need
Me
me
and
some
Pasha have been working
That might
overnight
be a
trying to
good
get
place
this damn
to
machine
hide
working.
it, is in a church.
I'm good.
Can I
You just
roll a
send
weird
agents
science to see
together.
how much progress we have made?
He
I'm
can't
just
go
kidding.
get it.
You, well, at the end of this, we'll roll. 12? Okay. With like
It's like, oh my god, it feels so
like
nice.
somebody in a dead sprint in Red Dead hitting a saloon door. You slam it, shattering the window, the stained glass windows.
No, he goes in through the stained glass. No, his Spiller plays Red Dead. He does not go in through the door. He just throws it through.
You walk in with your head held high, and you feel like you belong. For the first time in a long time.
You know what? A little tear goes down his eyes.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
I'm gonna go to the big one because I'm not Christian, I'm Catholic.
go. I mean,
Listen.
not.
Difference approves of that wording.
Yeah, like.
Also, I just can't wait to see Brother Benji's face when he sees Grimes walking.
It'll be a matter of if he notices you.
There are probably a lot of people.
He notices you.
He notices you. It's kind of one of those like. He's not giving the sermon today.
Well, that means
Okay.
we didn't get a he didn't get a letter for us. That's true.
Maybe he did. He's just trying to play it cool right now because he's doing his job.
His jab.
While I'm there, I'm going to ask the preacher man if I can have a Bible. Since I gave it to the preacher man.
Asking Brother Benji, or asking like
No,
after
he's
the
at the
sermon?
small.
He's at the
Oh,
small
you're
church.
You're at small church, not big church. Ask for a Bible. Yeah. He'll try and hand you one. Roll me a spirit.
Come on.
As a holy symbol is presented against you.
4.
It's like there's like hesitation to it, but it's kind of the person, the kind of pastor here, is an older man and is like has like very kind eyes, and as you kind of like seem like you're struggling to reach for it, he presses it into your hand, taps your hand, and he's like, I'm very cold. Peace be with you. Go with the Lord.
And then Jeffers
Flames.
bites him.
Burst into flames.
Thank you.
You carry an umbrella with you or anything?
No, he's just
Wide brimmed hat.
It's the wide
Wow.
brim
A wide brim hat and
like a bandana.
and a duster.
kinda. Yeah.
Sunscreen, SPF 500.
Yes, we have 5 million.
Good day. Good day for Jeffers.
Yeah.
Got decursed
Yeah.
Cursed again.
again.
Got to step into the doors of the Lord's
There's a
house.
magnet for cursed items that I need to decurse.
It's true.
He shot me with a curse.
It's kind of like delicing. We should really just do it every couple weeks anyway.
That's pile all our shit in the decursing ritual circle.
All right, everything in the decursing circle. Erickson thinking of the 6 other cursed items we have on us right now.
It'd probably be a good idea to decurse my white elk coat made from an elk god, but
Cursed is
we needed that elk god's spirit.
yeah, I want to know.
It hasn't helped us
I want
yet.
to see that. I want to see that come back around somewhere later. So I'm just not gonna decurse it.
You know what I'm gonna do actually? Now that I'm feeling like confident
Are you gonna
in my
feed?
faith again, I'm gonna pray about our upcoming journey
Where you
and ask. First I'm gonna ask God for safety. And
It's like you're writing a telegram.
It's gonna cause you 5 good holy points
Hey.
per word.
Hey, this isn't the Catholic Church. Man, no Catholics are gonna watch this channel.
We don't want you, I guess. I don't care what they feel.
I'm praying for safety. I'm praying for direction.
Praise for safety as an explosion happens in the distance from Bogus.
Praying for ladies.
I'm a prayer, please, sweet baby Lord Jesus, give me lots of strange women to have sex with.
I'm gonna pray for my comrades that they would know our Lord Jesus Christ and Savior.
Oh, I know.
Hold me another spirit.
I don't want to know.
And tell me where you're praying.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom. Well, I think I have left the church by now.
Okay.
So
Like a park bench.
I'm just like, I don't know, hanging out on Gideon or something. Just riding around.
Praying with Gideon.
Are you riding on Gideon?
Yes.
Okay. Just kind of riding down, like, he can just kind of slowly trot along the street as you do his prayer. Roll me a spirit.
That way he knows if Gideon takes any fire damage. Burst into flames.
Gideon can't take fire damage. You know what? We do with a Benny on there.
Yeah, that was rough.
Well, you got him.
Well, you got him.
I won't beat that combat, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a
Ooh,
cracked.
what is
It's
it?
a reroll.
Just pull up.
Yeah, it's on the card roller.
I don't know. This one's better than that one.
No!
Nope.
No.
I'll leave one Benny.
Sklur is putting his faith in the Lord.
This is character stuff. That's all I've ever done is group fishing, make character moves. 4!
Hey.
It's as good as I'm getting. I'm just, he's been trying to do all this, like, witchcraft stuff.
But I refuse to spend a level up and get better at it.
Just figured maybe I'd just start ask God. Maybe he'd just tell us.
True. We don't have to put our faith in evil forces.
Put our faith in science.
Did you not hear what he just
Bogus.
said?
Bogus says confidently to Potter as they're working on a mechanical problem.
Believe in science!
You're riding, having this prayer, and that you feel some, like, you feel kind of the peace you had in the past praying. And riding along this road, Gideon kind of stiffens up, and it kind of snaps you back too. And walking up towards you, you see a familiar face. An anemic, shaved head, pretty big-bodied individual wearing a decently nice suit. Who's, like, as he walks up to you, makes, like, piercing eye contact. He goes like this, and then just walks up and slaps your hand, and like to shake it.
Mm-hmm.
And as he slides away, there's a piece of paper in it, and he looks down and keeps walking.
All I remember about this guy is that his name is not Eli Spears, because I shot Eli Spears in Rascatoon. This is just the guy that's a lot like Eli Spears, but for the governor.
Yeah.
Let me make sure before I make a fool of myself. It's not Donovan Faulkner. You guys never even followed up on that guy.
That name doesn't even sound
All of-
familiar.
I
so-
know.
Jasper Yates.
Jasper Yates.
Jasper, yep. It's one of those classics, like, all these fish hooks that you throw out and we're just like, hey, this one.
Let's use witchcraft on this piece of paper. Oh, a spectre from my past. Away.
Let's have a dream about. Oh wait, we can't.
Alright.
What's that?
Looking at the piece of paper, it has a name written on it. Warren Pierce III.
Sounds like a vicious industrialist.
Well, he certainly has inherited wealth, I'll tell you that.
You don't get to be the third without inheriting wealth.
Yeah.
Sounds like a name from Sky High, like War and Peace, the flaming kid.
The flaming kid. No, that was the glow stick kid.
No, War and Peace.
Wow, you do glow in the dark. Told you.
Told you.
That's not the kid.
No, I know. I was referencing that you were calling him Flame.
How dare you misrepresent Sky High?
Cultural touchstone of our generation.
I need to share a story about a really weird dream I had when I was younger that is directly related to Sky High off camera.
That's for our bonus viewers.
It's gotta be really weird.
That's right.
That'll be for our
patrons. That's only for our Patreon.
that's for our patrons.
Wait a minute. We don't have a Patreon.
But we can make so much money.
Make so much money. People off with the 6
That wanna
people who
know.
watch this episode are gonna want to know this story. Leave a comment if you'd be willing to pay a couple bucks a month to hear this story. Just kidding. I'll bring it back.
Not for just a story.
Bring it back around.
I'm gonna, I guess, reconvene with
Fellers.
the failures.
Okay.
And the lady.
But technically, she was a church priest.
I don't know what you did after.
Probably headed straight back to the headquarters and didn't wander around praying.
Yeah, where are we staying at? We just sleeping
You
there?
guys have. There are actually some like cots built up and stuff now in the museum in the back room of it.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to sleep on the floor anymore. It's better. It's not like a full-on bed.
At this
Better.
point, I'd probably sleep better on the floor than in an actual bed.
That's fair.
I know all your.
I know
scary-
Bogus hasn't slept in like 3 nights since we've been there. Just been working nonstop on the damn mech.
I will tell you all you guys that Jasper Yates gave me a note with the name Warren Pierce III.
It's a good thing we got rid of that tracking device on you before you said that out loud to us.
It's probably the other, yeah. It's yeah.
You know what? That's really nice of him. You didn't have to do that.
We wouldn't have had. We didn't run into a name like that in where we found the Hodges.
I have Hodges' journal. Can I like
Not
look through it?
not
see if
in
that-
London. The like branch that was in the U.S. on the East Coast. Like, because we kind of wandered around that industrial district and stuff. We didn't run into a name like Pierce at all in there.
If you look through the documents at Hodges' place, if you're one of the 3 people who I think did that, you can roll me just your intellect die with no wild.
Oh.
I certainly.
Oh,
I
the
did.
books.
Yeah, you look through the
Yeah,
books.
the like official books. You and I looked through the like documents that were being burned. Does that count?
No,
I have his journal. Can I look through that?
You can. There's no mention of it in
But
there.
yeah, but
We don't
it's,
roll for that.
so like
You look
that's
through
what
the
Jefferson,
resources.
Mohan, and Focus.
Yeah.
So 3 of you can just roll your intellect die.
You mean our
With
smarts?
No, your smarts with no wild. Just tell me what it is.
Just
A 9.
Okay.
It's a good thing I'm not on this roll anyway.
It's just
It should
a
be
roll.
D4. -3.
It's a 2.
No wild die.
Oh, no wild die.
Just your
My smart.
Just your raw smarts.
That's 14.
14.
Just a casual 14.
This is a man who knows something too about bookkeeping.
Listen, he's full of the Holy Spirit.
You are guided by the
He has
Lord
been
right now.
revealed wisdom.
I like the idea, like
God.
Bogus. They're all around the mech while Bogus and Potter are working on it.
With a 9, you remember that Warren Pierce III was a name on one of those ledgers who, it's like, you have to kind of galaxy brain here to remember this, who had ordered some, like, mounting brackets and, like, kind of fine, sort of, specifically mounting brackets for, like, tables and work like that, and had a like, on-the-book shipment sent to him. With a 14?
Yeah.
You remember that, as well as that shipment was to somewhere in Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Looks like the Texas Rangers are going home.
If you have any ranks in warfare, you can roll warfare as the normal.
Wait, you mean battle?
Battle.
Sorry. Not to stomp on your...
I'm misnaming also. We played too many
We play a
systems.
lot of it.
It's, once again, it's only a D4, but I did put a rank in it.
Good. It's kind of us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did not think we needed it.
It's a 4.
Keeping the 4.
You gonna spend Betty?
Fuck it, I'm gonna spend it, Betty.
Spanny the Banny.
I'm gonna
Spanny the Banny.
Spanny the Banny.
It's another 4. It's a 4.
It is a 4.
Spending another Betty.
Spanny another Banny.
I will not let the corrupting influence of these hooligans.
Hey,
Keeping the 4?
hey,
I'll keep the 4.
one of us has died a lot.
True.
And one of us hasn't died yet this year.
True.
Warren
One of us has
Pierce the third
2 of us.
doesn't mean
Right,
much to you. Warren Pierce means something to you. Warren Pierce was the name of a pretty well-known general leader of arms, you think, in the Mexican-American War. In the war in Texas. Kind of stop and push out and take control. Think Alamo. And that
In the basement.
you don't remember specifically where it is, but that name is directly related to a place that's seen as kind of an Alamo of that war, which was Fort Thimble Rock.
Fort Thimble Rock. I think we have our heading, boys. Can I pull out a map and see, like, if it's like kind of near a coast, or like if it's got like a river going up to it or anything like that?
You'd have to find it on a map of Texas. You have to get a map of Texas and find it somewhere. You don't remember. You don't know where it's at. You just remember it's in Texas.
Luckily, we're at a university.
You go to the library?
Hang on. Nope. To the library.
I guess.
Wow, look at the younger generation getting interested.
I
in
guess
books.
I'll run and
Might be worthwhile to have
Tell,
people there who can look up stuff. in
Yeah,
books.
I can't read.
I'll
Potter, don't
I
let this
guess
joint
I'll
fall off.
run over to the Ranger HQ and Captain Fox maybe might have some.
I'm pretty sure I can read.
Tell him to keep it on the down low, though.
I can read pretty good.
Well, I'm not gonna give him
course you can.
specifics about.
Are you not going up there with them?
No, I'm no help in an academic situation. I'm the dumbest of the lot.
I might know how to read, but I'm not much of a reader, if you know what I mean.
So I'll, and I'm badly injured anyway.
I read the
don't want
Bible
a stack
verse
of books
today.
to fall on me and kill me with my hair or something.
That's a spirit roll. That's not an
Unfortunate.
academic.
I'll,
What's your
I'll write down
For
and let
spots.
Captain Fox know if
Or
we have a
D8.
potential location in there.
Academics? That's
They're digging
D6.
deeper into it.
I'm
And see, for all I know, Fox knows something about
Sure.
Warren Pierce or Warren Pierce III
gonna.
or Fort Thimble Rock.
I'll go with
So,
him, but I'm just gonna be like,
music-
Potter, just keep messing with the joint here.
I got it.
All right, are we going? I got important research to be doing on this Mac here.
I love how Bogus can't be bothered with solving the main quest line. Trying to make this project. Like, that's very Bogus. Any of you can make a research. All of you can make a research looking around.
boy.
I'm not.
You
as
mean
smart.
academics?
Research.
As Jeffers House Martin
I
was
only
now
had a
I'm a little
D4.
embarrassed.
Yeah, same here.
Research
maybe read my
is
own
looking to find this book. Or mapping, or maps, or whatever.
I simply ask the librarian. Oh, that's a D8. What are you doing here? You're not. Get out of here.
6.
A 7 with
Seven?
-2.
Nothing.
-2.
This is why you.
The librarian throws me out for being smelly.
You don't look smart enough to be in here.
That's why you gotta use pretty.
You guys look around, and one of the two of you finds just the part of the library that has a bunch of maps, and after looking around, you find the location of Fort Thimble Rock. It seems to be coastal. And the other of you finds a history book that's going over the Battle of Fort Thimble Rock and talks about the the valiant efforts of Warren Pierce, who, along with his soldiers, held against immeasurable odds in this fortress.
Why do I get that that's not like actually accurate?
What I'm worried about is like, is this whole thing actually just some sort of like revenge plot? Like Warren Pierce III just met a crazy mad scientist who put this whole zombie werewolf cyborg plan together so he could
Invade Mexico.
So he could, to quote South Park, fuck all the Mexicans
Yeah.
to death.
We're gonna get him, put him in a line. Fuck 'em, I'll do that. Now that's 8.2 million people you have agreed to fuck to death. How are you gonna get that done?
Zombie cyborg werewolves.
Sounds like a policy. Alright. Going to Fox, you tell me you have a heading?
Yep.
He says that. He's a pop card. He says that the name is familiar to him. He knows it's like some old war hero.
Yeah, it's, as far as we can tell, kind of had to put our heads together on it, but contact of ours came up with the name, Warren Pierce III, and Mr. Jefferson, professor, remembers seeing his name on a shipment associated with Hodges for some of the materials we'd probably be looking for, restraints on tables and the like, headed for a place in Texas.
Well, I'd say that's. If this contact would have that kind of information, that would point at. I'm playing Fox right now. That contact.
Wait a minute, you're just Raven pretending to be
That would be blackface. We are not that.
We draw a line somewhere, audience. That's where it is.
Good call.
Says, now, this contact of yours has your trust, has at least trustworthy information and would have that kind of information. So that don't.
Well, it's got to be the right area at least. It fits with everything else we know.
They need a big space. They need someplace private. They need someplace on a coast.
Oh yeah.
And you know
Got
what?
four.
Was there anything within that history book that said? Well, no, because they have the bodies. Never mind. I was like, they have the bodies of dead soldiers that they.
It's a giant battleground.
Yeah, I was like, they have they have the soldiers, but they stole a whole ass town. So I guess.
Right. I suppose there's also a chance that maybe it's not cyborg zombie werewolves. Maybe it's just cyborg werewolves and zombies.
Right. That would fit a lot better with our division of labor from the
Right.
mad scientists.
And either way, it's gonna be one hell.
Or
of a
zombies,
battle.
cyborgs, and werewolves.
Oh, he's just
Which is
doing
also
all
the
three.
yeah.
Well, that way you can't come prepared.
It's
Because you
bring the silver bullets,
You
yeah.
kick down the door and you start blasting cyborgs with silver bullets, and it's just like.
I've really got my wires crossed here.
But they didn't. Their wires are perfectly aligned because they're cyborgs.
And then I hit them with my "This is the future" Flammenwerfen and just melt them.
It's how it is. But I do like that though. You've got all three, so you never know which way they're
You
coming.
can never be prepared.
You gotta be constantly switching your tactics in the middle of the fight.
They're knocking you off your rhythm.
Your nerves are my flow. I just talk.
You bounce
he says
around
that,
the rhythm.
First light, I can have riders ready to go.
We should be ready as well. To bed, and then to war.
So you guys are kind of regrouping back. Where are you guys meeting up to kind of share all this stuff?
Probably just back to HQ.
Back to museum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna kiss Spanky goodnight. Like I do every night.
Like I do every night.
You guys kind of reconvene just outside, and they're like moving into your spot together. And you enter and you hear some sounds, the sounds of clank, clank, clank. Somebody working
Oh, that's
on the
good.
workshop.
You just said you hear some sounds.
The other sound you hear is the sound of pages ruffling in the area where you keep your books on the shelves.
Oh no.
I'll draw both guns and let's see what you think of.
Pull up my entangled gun. We can trap this.
Nope. It's Scratch.
You round the corner, you see a familiar rider holding,
Damn it.
can't tell if it's signed or unsigned, but a copy of Pulchra Prodigiosum in his hand.
It's a book he's read before. I'll holster my pistols and I'm leaving.
Leaving?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay. I mean,
Yeah.
he's in my way of trying to go complete my science.
He's flipping through and looks up.
I will roll my eyes and leave.
As sassily as you can. Howdy.
I'm 15. I'm going to the saloon to get a drink. 1881.
He kind of looks like he sees the little lady running on and being turning and walking. And be like, oh, I don't think she has any desire to talk to me, does she?
I mean, desire is a strong word.
You more have a tendency of showing up unwarranted.
Well, that's fair enough. I just like to catch up every now and then and see how y'all are doing.
I'm in the title, of course, so I need to show her what's up.
And I mean, on a night like tonight, seems like a big moment.
It
Who knows
certainly.
what's on the other side at midnight tonight?
That's true.
Who knows what's on the midnight event?
Well, as I much love catching up, I've got important work to go, and I just kind of quickly walk past him to go up.
And he's going to call out to you as he leaves. Although this is going to sound more like Spindly Norman advice than Scratch advice. He's going to shout up, "Empty thrones rarely stay vacant long, Professor."
That is ominous.
It's very honest. What the hell does he mean by a throne?
Well, you get to
Keep to your work. That's good advice. And seems to be advice you're taking whether I give it or not. You keep to your work, future's all yours.
What kind of plot twist is gonna come out with bogus here that I'm
bogus
missing?
is Gladstone. Gladstone is bogus. All right, Scratch out with it.
He says, I ain't got advice for you. I don't need to guide you anywhere. We've already talked. You've done a good job of, riding the line at times and hopping head first into the dark side of it every now and then. But I think as long as you are willing to ride that line, you should be just fine. Now don't do anything hasty.
Oh, I'm gonna be hasty as hell.
It's trouble.
I'm not thinking any of my decisions.
That's the campaign. Just a fight. We say, and remember what life is worth.
Nothing. I'm just
Jesus.
It's one of the classics. It's like, hey, the devil's giving you advice. The devil's giving me advice. That's not good. That's the opposite of good.
Whatever's led us here, it's bad.
It's gonna turn to Grimes next.
Grimes?
Oh God, I don't know.
Dude, you seem unsettled, friend. Have I ever done anything to hurt, spite, or otherwise you? I don't believe so.
I am a little scared of you, but I know we're gonna end up being best of friends in one way or another sometime soon.
Well, acceptance is a lacking trait these days. Just remember, it's mine to give, but it was yours to choose, and I've never forced your hand.
That is true. I definitely got myself into this situation. So.
And I'm gonna guide myself right back out.
He says, it's a shame the little lady didn't want to talk to me. Her and I are often, I think, more alike than she'd like to admit.
Why did he have to kill his brother?
She's a little less selfish than me. That much is certain. But her and I are both friends of the night at this point. She uses her friendship there to help. I do too. Just different kind of help. I prefer advice. She's more of a guide.
I mean, you did absolutely shoot that bounty hunter.
Yeah, and I felt bad about it to this day.
You, I can say, more than any of the rest of these lot, or just about anyone I think I've met, are a good man, Jeffers.
Out of kind, sir.
Or at least you become one. With time.
The Lord's been good to me. Mighty kind.
But you have to admit, you have a little bit of fear. A little bit of doubt. What you become, good man or not, whether your eyes will ever be laid upon pearly gates or the like.
Man don't have that struggle.
Well, it's a mighty fine bit of high ground to take. If you ever get the chance to see the other side, I guess we'll find out if your actions have outweighed just what you've done.
I reckon it doesn't have anything to do with my actions.
It has a lot to do with who you are, though. As I said, we'll see. Or maybe we won't.
I am what God created me.
Just a little different. Just a little different from this world. We never can leave it the same. I wish you all the best of luck. Think that what you're doing is good work, and friend of the night or enemy of it, somebody's got to be brave enough to go in there. So
Now I just want to let all this bad stuff happen because he says now the devil's telling us
You're
we're
doing a
good
great
work.
job, buddy.
Like he
Yeah,
is.
when the devil shows up with a bat on the back and says you're doing a great job,
I just
maybe
wanna
it's
let-
time to reevaluate.
All right, I'm just gonna take Grimes in and collect the bounty.
Which is, of course, the whole point of the character. So
I do,
it is.
I do have a question for Scratch.
Oh shit! Is he gone yet?
if I've got an answer, I'm not obliged to give it.
Am I unalive?
Are you what now?
Am I dead or alive?
Well, I think that question would be better suited for your friend over here. Where's the badge? Both of you are something in between.
Good enough
I
for me.
think you're on a well-paved road. Not a whole lot of branches on it, and there's no turning back on it either. So keep riding. Be my advice, and for now, you're alive. I take advantage of that. Never know how long it'll last. Fragile thing.
Fair enough, thank you. Now I'm gonna go to the saloon with,
Now I need a drink.
and I'm not going to bed tonight.
Well, best of luck to the lot of you, as I said. I reckon this might be the last time I speak with all of you. Maybe not, though. Next time I think will be at some time and in a very different setting. But for some of you, the path you're on, wouldn't be surprised if it's sooner rather than later. Ride well, ride hard. Hope you find victory.
No! I told you to put that joint here, goddammit!
Always at his work. And he turns towards the back door out. He says,
We have a back door.
We do now.
Apparently.
and he says,
anything about fire code?
says
1881.
"Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll take my leave. My horse is parked out back, and the one you have saddled up front don't like the way it looks at me."
because
One of these days.
Gideon
You know,
will
it's-
fuck
it's-
him
Wait.
up.
Is Gideon like punking out his horse? Like what?
Let's see how they go around the back.
I think Gideon's punking out the devil. Is what it is.
Look, it's like
Does he have a
it's
devil horse?
it's like Justin Fay, senior year of high school,
Right.
where he walks up to us and goes, 4 years, every day for 4 years, I walked by the golf cart and I looked inside, knowing one day they'd fuck up. It's like one day, the devil will walk just a little too close to Jesus. He will fuck up.
He seems to know to take the back door out.
And Gideon will kick him to the moon.
Now with that, he's going to tip his hat, smile a silver-toothed grin at you, walk away, leaving a muddy handprint on the door.
That was rude. Good old Scratch.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a little bit sad. I kind of enjoy these scratch interactions.
Well, yeah, because now you're not gonna get him anymore. You're sad.
I was always happy. You know, that fella needed the gospel.
I don't think he was taking any of what you were saying to him though to heart.
My assumption is he's heard it.
I think he's heard it a couple of times.
I
I think he was there for a couple of events.
It's almost like he was like an angel.
I want to know what the hell he meant as an open throne is a dangerous or whatever the fuck he
You
said.
didn't catch the. I don't want to. Nobody tell him.
I kind of
I think all of you have metaphors that you can dive into at your leisure and when you want to.
Thrones don't stay empty
I
for
just
long.
was given a piece of advice earlier in this campaign, which was not to play at the devil's game.
Yeah.
So he shows up in our house. Yeah.
Just say it. Huh?
And I think with that, the devil off your doorstep now. A penultimate encounter seeming to be, but a quick ride down south away. That's what we're going to call this episode of Devils of the West.
Beforehand, can I roll to see where we're at with this mech?
You can roll that, and I'll give you one more healing roll for the time spent here.
Yay.
You can bet I'll spend my last penny on it.
You can bet your last penny. Last penny on it.
I'll spend my last penny on that. No more fucking down.
What with?
I had to spend a penny.
Okay.
Hey!
13 minus 3, 10.
2 back.
2 back? Fine.
We've had
I'm gonna
this
spend
paper.
one more because I have all three.
We've had this paper for so long.
It's almost like it's going to be the last one.
There's like a hole in it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a $5.
Yeah,
fiver.
my Benny's,
Okay.
my little Benny's thing is just like completely worn.
Yeah.
You could strap this onto somebody, pull these levers, and if they weren't fairly strong, it would force their body to kind of move around in that way. If you did it on a frame body that doesn't have life of its own, it could probably work, but for it to be like functional control, you need much more involved controls. That being said, you feel that you probably could, it would be iffy, but these joints are a lot stronger than a normal person's are, and if it was mounted onto somebody, it would be very awkward for them to move around and do stuff normally, but it could give them some ability to probably punch harder, jump higher, that kind of stuff, with well-timed use of the levers.
Hey Mohan, get up here!
And with that, we will call this episode adjourned. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you in the next one.